Today I want to do something a little fun. I've never done this on the channel before, but I felt like this is the appropriate time to do it because I don't typically buy cheap fragrances or like affordable fragrances, and I never do unboxings. But when I saw this line of fragrance existed, I had to buy them. And I was like, you know what? I have no idea what to expect from these. I've never seen these covered by anyone except for Noel. He covered the red version. So today we've got a little blind buy unboxing from good old Joma Shop. And for those that know me, know that I love BMW. I've got... Right now I've got a BMW X3 M competition. Before that I had a BMW. I've always been a big fan. So when I found out that BMW has a line of fragrances for their M cars, like, that's so sick. These are the colors of the M logo. I'm gonna pop this down here and we're gonna go into this. So there's 3 fragrances in this line. There is 1972. So this is the year that BMW formed. And then you've got 1985, which is the year the M car was released, the original M5. And then you've got 2025, which was just supposed to represent the year that these were released. From what I understand, red is the best. All of these were created by Firmenich. Now, this first one, the light blue, 1972, was perfumed by, we're gonna look this up real quick, Alexandra Monet and Frank Volkel. Now, Frank Volkel, I know that perfumer. Let me get this open real quick. All right, so I never do these kind of things, but it's so fun because these are very affordable fragrances. These are $42 over on Joma Shop. And surprisingly, this is kind of a cool package. So they all have the M. Okay, so that's super cool. It's, like I said, it's every color of the M. Nice glass. And then let's see how these open up. Ah, there we go. We'll see if they're pressurized. It looks hopeful. These are solid atomizers, but this is just supposed to be a kind of an everyday freshie, I think. Not a pressurized, but a decent distribution. Okay, like, it's fine. I had no hopes for these. These are all eau de toilette. They're actually all 20%, so they could technically be an eau de parfum. That's actually very nice. This is just super clean. There's not much going on. It's just a nice, freshy, everyday kind of herbal, spicy fragrance. The notes that you can find on Fragrantica: bergamot, lemon, and ginger. Yeah, the ginger, it kind of pops out a bit. Clary sage, orange blossom, and helvetalide in the heart, and then vetiver, cypriol, and anthamber in the base. Never heard of anthamber, but these are all vegan. Supposed to be kind of upcycled, eco-friendly kind of fragrances. That's nice. I could absolutely wear that. That's like a nice everyday, you know, warm weather freshie. What would I give that out of 10 just based off the first rip? Like 6.4. It's average. It's very average. Next one we're going to go to is 1985. I'm going to go ahead and unbox this. Okay, so here is 1985. We've gone just a hair darker. Still got the M. So I'm going to go ahead and look this guy up real quick, just get an idea of what we're supposed to get with this one. So 1985 is perfumed by the same people, Alexandra Monet and Frank Volkel. Now this one, okay, this will be interesting. So top notes of fig, lime, and elemi, heart notes of clearwood, cypress, and gurgeon balsam, and then base notes of cypriol, cedarwood, and gaiac wood. So we should have a nice tart, crisp opening, but we might go a little darker overall. And that last fragrance, what's gonna happen with it is it should get fairly woody and have a little bit of warmth down in the base. Let's go ahead and spray this. That's not half bad. Okay, so this, it's not near as bright as I expected it to be, especially with a note of fig up at the top. That kind of gets bypassed in a way. You get this essence of fig, and you more so get the resonant and like all these woods, the cypress elements. This is richer overall, maybe a little more classic masculine. There's sweetness in this. So where's that sweetness coming from? Nothing in the note breakdown is sweet, but there's definitely some ambery bits in this. And it could just be the types of wood. So far, I like this one a little bit better. This reminds me, well, no. Apparently there's very little bit of similarity to Hypnotizing Fire. Don't believe that's going to be the case, but it's very faint. You know, nothing spectacular. I would put that one, honestly, that one's probably like 6.7, 6.8. Like, these are very average. They're very light. They're nothing spectacular. But I do like the dark blue, like the 1985, better than the light blue, which is 1972. Now we're going to hop over to 2025. So give me just a moment. Okay, and then here is 2025. Red bottle, red M, and let's pull up the notes real quick on these. This one was the hardest one to find. It had the longest, I think I had to wait 2 weeks or so to get this one. The other one's pretty quick, but okay. This one's actually got pretty good reviews. Top notes: cinnamon, pink pepper, and Italian lemon. Heart notes of lavender, geranium, C notes, and ozoning notes. And then base notes of patchouli, norlimbinol, and amberwood. So this one should be maybe a little bit more powerful. Let's see. So in the air, the 1985, it's giving a little bit of typical designer fragrance right now. But let's go with the red. Okay. Kind of bubblegummy up at the top. Very designer, very like a warm, spicy with some sweetness. This one is very designer. This is probably the one that people are going to like the most. It actually may be my least favorite. You know, it's sweet. It's got power to it. It's super designer. But just a real quick recap. So here's the thing. They're really weak. 1972, light blue. It's almost gone on the strip already. But that's probably my favorite one in terms of scent profile. 1985, it's actually getting smokier now. And that's exactly what I expected. This one actually may be my favorite. I like where that one's going. And then 2025, super clean, laundry, designer, kind of bubblegummy. But altogether, I didn't get these to wear them. I literally have them just to be in the collection. Obviously, you put them together and you get the actual BMW colors just like that. So that is the colors of the M logo. I don't know, super fun. I don't, like I said, so there you go. There's your M colors right there. I'm a BMW guy. This was simply just for fun for me to enjoy these, to have in the collection, just to sit there because I love my M series. I just dropped a big old exhaust system on my car and put front mount intakes and stuff, and just having some fun enjoying my car while I can. But that's simply that. If you guys want to see like more kind of content like this, where it's kind of a blind buy unboxing style thing, where it's just a live reaction. Oh, the red one, 6.7 as well. It's not fantastic. I think most people are gonna like that one the most, but I think the dark blue one's actually my favorite. I think it's the most interesting. I like that hair of smoke in there. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, would you hit the like button and smash that red subscribe button and drop any thoughts you have regarding this style content in the comments below. And folks, we'll see you in the next one. Peace.